She took my man and my job. 2 years later, I signed her paycheck and cut her hours in half. Watching her face drop was better than any apology I never got. My name is Danielle Brooks. I'm 34 and I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I used to work as the marketing director for a mid-sized design agency downtown. This was a job I loved. I had a talented team, creative freedom, and a boss who respected me. At least, that's what I thought. I had been dating Kevin for nearly 5 years. This was a graphic designer, charming in that slightly awkward way, and we had plans to move in together. He'd been at the agency too, working in a different department, so we saw each other often. One of my junior team members was a woman named Tara. She was in her late 20s, ambitious and eager to impress. I mentored her, gave her opportunities, and even recommended her for a raise when she hit her targets. I thought she was a friend. Turns out she was just playing a long game. It started with Tara being overly helpful to Kevin. She stopped by his desk just to check in and laugh a little too hard at his jokes. I brushed it off. After all, we were all colleagues, and I didn't want to be the jealous boss. Then Kevin began canceling date nights, claiming he had extra work to do with Tara. I thought it was professional, till I saw a photo on Instagram of the two of them at a rooftop bar, on a night he told me he was working late. Still, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. A few weeks later, my boss called me into his office. He said the agency was restructuring and my position was being eliminated. I was shocked. I'd just led a major campaign to success. 2 weeks later, Tara was promoted to my position, and Kevin's. He moved in with her. I was devastated. Losing my relationship and my career at the same time felt like my entire life had been ripped away. A mutual friend confirmed what I already suspected. Tara and Kevin had been seeing each other for months now, and she'd been cozying up to my boss to edge me out. For months, I struggled. I took freelance gigs, fought through depression, and slowly built a roster of clients. I refused to let their betrayal define me. Then, one of my biggest clients asked me to help them launch a new boutique agency. They wanted someone with my experience to run it. Said yes, without hesitation. Within a year, my agency was growing fast. So fast, in fact, that we were in a position to poach staff from other companies. Guess which resume landed on my desk? Tara's. I didn't let on that I knew her. I interviewed her like any other candidate. She looked nervous, but clearly didn't recognize me in my new CEO role. Her resume was decent, and I offered her a position, but at an entry-level salary, far below what she'd been making as marketing director at my old agency. She accepted without hesitation, clearly desperate for work. For the first few weeks, I kept interactions professional. Then, after she settled in, I began assigning her the most tedious, thankless tasks. Eventually, I called her into my office and said, due to budget adjustments, your hours will be reduced. The color drained from her face. She tried to protest, but I simply smiled and said, sometimes you have to make room for the people who really deserve to be here. She left a month later. Kevin was gone from her life by then, to apparently he didn't stick around once she wasn't making money. Today, my agency is thriving. I have a loyal team, a supportive partner, and a career I built from scratch without shortcuts or betrayal. As for Tara, last I heard, she was still bouncing between jobs. Moral: if someone takes what's yours, don't waste time fighting them where they are. Build something better. So one day, they'll have to come to you. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more stories where karma shows up on the payroll.